Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. I wonder how many people have found themselves in an emergency situation in the woods. Maybe they got lost and they think, well, I'm just gonna have to hunker down for the night. I have a BIC, so I could start a fire to boil water to stay warm. And then they go for that BIC and it is empty. I want to show you how you can pretty easily make a fire with an empty BIC and no other tools, no saws, no knives. Let's get started. That will be plenty of wood, plenty of smalls, mediums, and larges. All right, and I will leave a link in the description that shows you how to take these guards off. You know, there's this guard, the flame guard, and then there's the child guard that comes across the striker wheel usually. So if you can see that indentation, you'll take the point of a knife, get up underneath that, pop this guard off, and when you bend that child guard all the way back, it comes right out. And that's how you can end up with this, which gets that tinder a lot closer to the striker, to the little mini ferro rod, to get an ignition. So if you don't have at your disposal like tulip poplar bark, which you could peel the bark off a fallen branch, work the outer bark off of it, process up that inner bark, and stick it up under this striker wheel, you can use a piece of your clothing. Like here's some t-shirt material. And you don't have a knife, so you'd have to try to tear a piece of that off. Just simply stick it up under the striker wheel. Roll it off on your hand, roll it off on the smooth bark of a tree. Sometimes you can get it to ignite off your hand. Or you could use a piece of your sock, any part of your clothing, and ignite it and get that to start your fire. So let's start breaking down this branch. All you need to do is collect up all of these small branches that have leaves on them, and we'll want to build up a nice big bed of leaves, coals, before we throw in the smalls, mediums, and larges. It's not rocket science. You would be having a bad day if you thought you had to hunker down, start a fire, you went for your BIC and it was empty, and then after you processed up all your materials, that little ferro rod inside was used up. Well, that's what happened. So we have another empty BIC here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get an ignition off of our hand. It's best to do this sort of off of a smooth bark of a tree, whether the tree is standing or on the ground. I have tried to do this on my pants before, and I tried to stretch the denim good and tight. I couldn't keep the denim tight enough. So stick it underneath there, close to that striker wheel. Strike it on your palm until you feel some heat on that finger. I got a pretty strong breeze coming this way, so I'll have to stand in front of it. Once it starts smoking, you're almost there. Stand in front of that breeze. That's all stuff you'll have to deal with, though. You're out in the woods, you're going to have wind that works against you. Can you see it all right? Now, just keep on trying to build up like this stove. Fill the whole stove full of leaves, coals. That's all you're gonna need. If I were building a fire on the ground, I'd just put 2 logs on either side and just start filling up that space with these leaves, coals. I love my murder of crows. They always come around, usually at the end of the video when I've made the fire. Alright y'all, do me a favor. Before you leave my channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and in that drop down list, select all, and do give the video a like. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.